So I would just like to say that that wasn't us on that page. That's a public page. But anyway, so I just sat up here and I heard you say that 86 officers responded to one person. Was that correct? And then you said not enough police officers are in the street. Okay, so in the meeting, okay, so hold on. So other than that, the white man teaching white man about black people or diversity. Okay, so your objective is equity in those departments? Okay, so when we were in your office and we asked you about that, you said that you had black people working in other departments. So what that says to me is you have them over here, but not in the departments that directly affect them. That's the issue. That's where the outrage comes from about white men teaching white men about diversity. That's not diverse. That's a lie. It's very contradicting. And with the cameras, can you repeat what the issue was with the cameras?
Sure. First, back to the 86 police officers. What happens when there's an incident like that is everybody who's available goes to the scene. Remember what the 911 call was, right? People driving down I-84 are seeing someone with a gun pointing the gun at their family in their car while they're going 55 or 60 miles an hour. I mean, I'm very, very sorry that Mr. McClendon got injured, but there could have been a lot of people killed out there that day. If somebody jammed on the brakes just in front of a semi, there could have been a lot more death and destruction out there than there was. So I am not going to apologize for sending every available firefighter and police officer to a situation where you got a guy with a gun on a freeway. I mean, that's just game over. Everybody, all hands on deck. Now,
well, can I piggyback on that too? When those 86 police officers were out there on 94, the city was shut down. Yeah. There was nobody to take calls in Northwest, Southwest, Northeast, any other place. 95% of the police bureau was there. Those 86 were 95% of the police bureau were there because that was a priority that day to stop death and carnage on the freeway.
Wait, I thought you said over 1,000 people were on the force or on the police bureau. I just want to understand.
I said there are about 380 officers 24/7. That means all three shifts. So that's about a little over 100. All three shifts, and 86 of them the 86 of them were at that call. That's about 95% of the police bureau for that shift out there on the freeway.
Okay.
So let me go back to the body cameras issue. What I believe we should implement body cameras for our officers. And actually, I want to give the union credit because they have not fought us on that issue. And so we have agreement, I believe, on the city council that we should move forward with body cameras. But we have work to do, first of all, in having our own policies for what happens to that data. Does the officer get to turn the camera on or turn the camera off? Big question, important question.
Yeah, that was the issue. It's like, why is that even a question of when they should be on or off? They should be on at all times while they're on duty.
And that also is connected with this question of the state legislature. The state legislature has to make changes in state law, and I'm sorry I can't cite chapter and verse about the privacy of information. Right now, the state of Oregon has a very lenient statute about public disclosure of public information. So one of these TV stations can file a Freedom of Information request and get almost any document that the city has. I don't want the channel whatever news putting that domestic violence incident on tonight's news. So there are some boundaries that we need to draw around what the media can request and receive in order to protect you or me or anybody else who's been filmed in an interaction with the police. So I think these cameras used the right way are, a useful tool. Now back to policy. The city has to set a policy about whether the cameras are always on or always off. One of the things that's changing now is that we're going to put proposed policy out there and give the community a chance to comment on it before it's ever approved. So you have the opportunity now and over the next couple of months to tell us what you think we ought to do with body cameras. And I hope you exercise that.
Okay, so one last thing. So this is a question to both of you guys. Do you think that people should film the police?
Yes.
Right now, people have the right to do that. So it's not, to me, it's not a question, it's their right.
So why are you in classrooms telling students that it's illegal to film you? Why were you telling us when we came to your office that to not film you and all that?
I didn't say it was illegal. What I said was we were having a conversation, and part of the parameters were we weren't going to have any video coming out of there.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself, but thank you, that's all I had to say.
Love it.